Hi and welcome to another episode of the Getting Things Done podcast from Vital Learning. I am here with my good friend and colleague Lars Hendriksen. Привет, Lars!
Привет, Morten. Good to see you as always, and good to be with our listeners and viewers out there. We always start off with a quick reminder of the purpose of the podcast, which is to help you learn GTD or become even better GTD'ers. Not sure how much today's episode will help you with that, but nevertheless, that is the purpose of this podcast. If you are new to GTD, we always recommend you go back and listen to episodes 1 through 6 to get an introduction to the basics of GTD, the 5 steps. Today's episode number is number 100 of the podcast. Woohoo!
Woohoo! Exactly. So we are celebrating our 100th episode, and I'm sure we didn't see that when we started, but it's been a fun journey, and
absolutely.
yeah. So Lars, you prepare a little agenda for today. Would you
Yeah, so we have that's why I said the purpose of the podcast is to help you learn GTD or become even better GTDers. Today is just about having a bit of fun. I think let's say that is the purpose of today's podcast. And so we've been asking for a number of episodes now. I think since episode 94, 95, asking for audio and video clip and text messages as well. So thank you so much for sharing those. It's been a lot of fun to see these. I've only listened to a few, so I'm actually really excited for this episode as well, because I wanted to save the surprise for myself as well. So only Morten has heard these and worked with the audio and video recordings. I have a couple of text messages that we got as well. But yeah, like you said, we did not really anticipate this. I looked back in the archives, and as far as I can tell, the first episode was released on May 26, 2019. And we had 2 plays. I'm guessing that was you and me.
Checking that it works.
Exactly. And as we're recording this, we are approaching 400,000 downloads on the audio version. If we add the YouTube plays, we've passed 400,000, on our way to 500,000. It's absolutely crazy. So thank you so much for listening.
Indeed, we could not have done this without you guys and girls that are listening to us. It is such a privilege for us. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, so I was just looking through and reflecting as we were approaching this episode. 100 episode. That's really it's a lot when you look through it. And I looked through and I was wondering, so what would actually be the most valuable episode that we made if we look back at the 100 that we've made so far? I don't know if anything comes to mind for you, Morten.
No, well, as I told you in the pre-show, it's a little difficult to figure that out, because we are in the moment when we do this, and we don't. Well, I partially re-listen to parts of every episode because I have to make sure the audio is okay, and I have to make a YouTube video and create the audio file after the fact, after we done the recording with but I don't listen to the full episode unless it's something that's wrong. So, but one of the things that I think that has maybe made an impact in this world, except of all the the good, or I would say the good content that we created without shame, because Getting Things Done is good content. We are the bearers of the. Not to get religious here, but some kind of like the good news. But I'm thinking the worries episode. I think that is one of the things, because I think people are worrying a lot these days, and there is a lot of things to worry about. The world had changed in a couple of years, 3 years, 4 years. It's really changed. And I think a lot of people are, worrying about what will the world be in 1 year or 2 years, and I know we have listeners in countries where there is war and hostile actions, and that is not fun, of course. And but I hope that for those of you who listen, that we are trying to. Well, we're not trying to. This just comes naturally to us. We try to have fun when we make these episodes. We laugh quite often, which I like. I like laughing. So in the midst of all the worries, let's keep the laughter coming. That would be one of the things I would say about the worry episode. What's yours, Lars? Do you have a favorite episode?
It's a good question, and I'm not sure. So when I look through the episode list, what would be most valuable? The first thing that came to mind was probably the one we did about areas of focus, because that is something that I've continually pointed people towards, that we walk through that. But also the interview episodes, I think that they are really, that insight into just different applications of GTD is just, really interesting, helpful, fun to see how people use it, how they implement it. So I think those were really valuable and fun episodes. I think we've had a lot of fun in the last 100 episodes. The listener questions, like you said in the beginning, we wouldn't have done this without you. It literally is true, because those listener questions episode, I think we've done, is it 15 of those episodes now, with the different questions from people around the world. It's like coaching, which I really love to do. It's really interesting to hear how, also just to learn from you as we do these episodes. How do we approach these from different angles? And I might suggest this, you might suggest that, and we'd start different places. And it's just and it's fun to do that, and fun to see how we approach this. And then the one thing that popped out to me was there was an episode that we titled, I think, a light-footed hand on your system, or something like that. Something that you said during the episode, which that must be the most fun title, at least, that we did over the over the years.
My lack of English skills are prominent at some points there. Well, yeah, good. One of the things that I would like to... So the
question... Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. No, I just wanted to tell that, give the listeners a little tip, is that if you never listen to the ends of the episodes, when we make a cock up, when we if we say something stupid or something that we are not having in the recording, the bloopers section is after the outro. So if there is a couple of them, or 10, I think we have at least bloopers that's on the end of episodes, and those are fun, because we can also cock up, we can also make mistakes, so we do bloopers.
Absolutely. We don't edit that much, but when we do say something interesting, then that goes at the end.
Yes, it does.
But I looked through, and I was wondering if you actually know what the most downloaded episodes are. So if we focus just on the audio version, obviously we always refer people back to the first episodes. They've been out there the longest, so they're the most downloaded. But after those, episodes 1 through 6 are our top 6. What would be after that? What would you guess?
I have no idea. Maybe the Areas of Focus episode, maybe... I don't know. Tell me.
Simplify your GTD. Episode 64 is actually, we spoke about whether your lists were attracting or repelling you, simplifying your list, simplifying the contents of your list. I thought that was rather interesting. And I don't know if we overlap with some other topic, because I Googled it and I found a lot of different results. But I thought it was really interesting that, maybe there is, it's a good guess that a lot of people listening to this are seasoned GTD'ers, and perhaps there is a tendency for seasoned GTD'ers to overcomplicate things. So perhaps that's why the episode came to the top. Not sure. Runner-ups were GTD and mental health, so somewhat related to your worrying episode that you spoke about before. Horizons of Focus was indeed up there.
Yeah.
GTD Level 3 seminar and pre-New Year weekly review. Then how GTD can help reduce burnout. So that was again coming back to that same topic. And then the GTD tools check-in that we do every year. So 2021, 2022 were up there. The one for 2023 we just released, so wouldn't be up there, but I'm sure that'll get up there as well because that is always a popular episode. So those were the top ones for the audio. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. So I'm sure that I don't know if you've thought about this, but if not, could we just look at the statistics for the different countries, because we are worldwide. So so if I can challenge you to find that
on fun. And I'm wondering whether they made some kind of changes, because there are interesting things going on if you look at the the downloads and where people are coming from. We should have a. Let me go in and find the statistics. But we spoke about this recently when I was at the Faroe Islands about 6 months ago, giving a couple of speeches up there. And based on the downloads, if we look, let's say, all-time downloads, the top countries?
The very top is the US, for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And if we go... top cities. So we go by countries first. The US is definitely the biggest. Then Norway second. Then Denmark third. UK.
Norway. And
then UK,
second,
Germany,
third?
Canada, Australia.
And third,
Sweden.
Who was that after Norway? Was
Denmark.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Norway was before. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that was all time. So if we look at just the last 12 months, then Denmark is winning. Don't worry, we'll catch up. Okay. If we go by cities, it's Oslo, then Copenhagen, Melbourne is in there, Dublin, then Columbus in the US, then Sydney. So and then we go to London, then New York, Berlin, Los Angeles, and then Tórshavn from the Faroe Islands. So that's why it came up.
I'm sure
think if we actually look in the last 12 months, Tórshavn is second. So it's, I don't know if there's an internet exit point there, or someone has a server running that does something. I don't know what's happening, but it's really cool. I thought that Tórshavn actually came up there.
Yeah, if you are from Tórshavn and are listening to this episode, please send us an email just to say hi. If you are from there, we would like to hear from you. And if you understand why, my thinking is that it might be a person who fell asleep with starting streaming all episodes and then fell asleep.
But yeah, there's a lot. It's a long list, and it's fun to see. We host on SoundCloud, and they visualize this on a map, and it really is all over the world, basically that we are downloaded from. So it's really fun to see how many different places this actually reaches. The last thing I checked was on YouTube. So I can only speak for my channel. I think was it around halfway through that we started doing video episodes and upload to YouTube, somewhere around that. And I only checked for my own channel. But which episode do you think was most popular on YouTube?
Well, I haven't looked at mine for a while, but I saw that the planning episode, the mid to long-term planning, was a popular episode, at least on my channel. What is the most viewed?
So at least on mine, so that came that was also high on the list, but there were two that really stood out, and one is the Apple Reminders Azure GTD system, which is over 3,000 views, I think. The other ones were around 300, 500. So it really stood out. And combining this with the audio downloads, it's actually more popular than the Simplifier GTD one. So that actually stood out. And then the second one was the Areas of Focus walkthrough. That also those stood out. But we often refer people to that, or at least I do. So it's a good episode to look through. So those really stood out.
I'm thinking, just being the realist here, is that I think that the see-through rating, the rating, or so how long time people stay on a video was probably very low at the Apple Reminders one, because I thought, I need GTD and Apple Reminders. How do I do that? And it is not a how-to video. What is this? Two guys talking, and maybe they lost
could be right
at some point. Yeah, I don't know, but
no, but it was fun to look back at what was most popular, and again. Thank you so much for the input and questions over the years. Really, really cool. So should we jump to the feedback that we got? Should I go ahead first with the text feedback, or how do you want to approach that?
I just want to start, before we get into the feedback, I just want to give some feedback to people who has been, this episode, this podcast would probably not be here if it weren't for two very important people in my life. And I'm not going to do a sobby speech, but we have our investor, Morten Klein. I would like to thank him personally for coming in and saving our company, literally, by doing an investment so that we can continue doing what we were doing. We were on the brink of not bankruptcy, but we had to close down if we didn't get any help, and he helped a lot. So he's also part owner of the company in Norway now. So thank you, Morten, for your support. And another person I would like to thank is Ryan. You know who you are. I'm not. Morten is. Obviously, people know who he is because he's even been on a podcast episode. Yep. But Ryan has not, but Ryan has been contributing to keeping our company afloat now for 6 months. Now that we have seen that people worry. When people worry, they don't help us. They don't help us. That is, they don't buy what we offer. So if you are a person now who are sitting on the fence wanting to buy some seminars from us in any of the Nordic countries, please do. We need that. And not to beg or but this is the reality of things. So I'm just saying that the two people I would like to thank, the Morten Klein and Ryan. Thank you so much for your help, and that's why we are still here. So if you are a praying person, thank the receiver of your prayers for their contributions, because we are super happy for them. Thank you. Do you have someone you would like to thank, Lars?
No.
No. No.
No, I don't think we were specifically around the podcast. It's it's been a lot of fun over the years. I would thank the listeners for all their inputs and questions over the years. It's been a lot of fun, and fun to look back at now as we did this episode 100.
Okay. Now let's do feedback. You wanted to do some read some first, I think.
Yeah, I think so. So we had, I guess 3 different categories of feedback, one being text, one being audio, one being video. And you were the chief captain on audio and video. So I grabbed the text ones. 2 that I captured and noted on my list here. First from Jens, GTD super enthusiast, fan from Denmark. Those of you who have attended the GTD summer camp will certainly be familiar with Jens, or the meetups, or if you've been around the Danish GTD community, you've come across Jens. He says, "Hi Lars and Morten, congratulations on the 100 podcast episode. I have really enjoyed all of them. Also, a big thank you from the Danish and Nordic GTD community for your great support and willingness to share your GTD knowledge. Without that support, we wouldn't have had all the physical and virtual meetups and GTD summer camps. I'm looking forward to the next 100 episodes and to seeing you at our upcoming meetups and GTD summer camps. All the best from Jens."
Thank you, Jens.
Thank you so much, Jens. And
we should all
looking
have,
forward to seeing you too.
All countries should have a Jens. We say that.
Yes.
We are envious of you. So.
Yeah, put that on your Christmas wish list. Have a Jens. That's a very valuable thing to have. Person to have. Yeah. The second one was from Gregory. He says, "Dear Lars and Morten, this is Gregory Bart from Harvard University. Your podcast was crucial in my journey of learning the Getting Things Done methodology. You've helped me stay on top of my world, and you've lowered my stress levels a lot. I'm sending this message from the Harry E. Widener Memorial Library. He was a Harvard graduate who drowned on the Titanic when it sank in 1912, so he left his book collection to Harvard, and this library was built by his mother to honor him. The reason that I'm mentioning this fact is that without the GTD methodology, my goals and ambitions would have sunk faster than the Titanic. Without something like GTD, it's nearly impossible to keep up with the pace of modern technical innovation, especially if you want to keep your sanity. With my deepest respect for the important and helpful work you're doing, please accept my congratulations for your episode 100. Thanks so much, Gregory.
And I briefly showed a photo of him in that library. So thank you, Gregory. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and what a nice metaphor as well. I think we can all recognize that. I actually just reached out to a former client the other day just to see how things were going, because he described GTD as this speedboat that he was just, he attended a GTD seminar 5-6 years ago, and he had this sense that GTD was really, he needed to hang on. So he was sort of hanging on to that speedboat with the, the edge of his fingers, and he was almost on top of his life. Sounds somewhat similar to what Gregory is describing. So thank you, Gregory.
Thank you. We have an audio greeting from Stephen in the US, and I'll just go ahead and play that.
Hello, Lars and Morten. This is Stephen from the US. Congratulations on 100 podcast episodes. Wow, time flies. Thank you both for creating a wonderful resource for both old and new GTD users. I've listened to every episode, and I still always take away something useful and interesting. So keep them coming. And again, congratulations, and here's to 100 more.
Well, thank you, Stephen. We've got to know Stephen. He's did he come 2 times or 1 time to the summer camp? I think
he's a regular.
2 times. Yeah, he's a regular. So hopefully you will consider coming back this year. Also, Stephen, it's all good to hang out with you, and he was also our friendly coachee during the live coaching session in the summer camp. So, well, thank you, Stephen, so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was like you said, when he was, at the summer camps, we have a recurring segment as well, which is that we do some live coaching. So Morten and I on stage with a somewhat voluntary at least, GTD'er who is present at the summer camp, who would then be sharing his or her system, and then we ask questions and walk through it like we would in a coaching session. And I think the one with Stephen that we did this summer was really that's where we finally found the right format. At least that's what I've heard from multiple participants now, that this was really valuable to see what are we actually poking at, what are we asking for when we do these coaching sessions. And of course always interesting to see another GTD'er system. So thanks so much, Stephen. And fingers crossed that Stephen will be in Denmark soon as well, also perhaps as part of his work, but that's another story.
It is. So next we have up is René Lee from Norway. And if you're not on video now, you should be. So go to YouTube and look at this.
Hello. That would be my Norwegian greeting from where I come from. If I were to say it the way the locals do where I live, it would be something more like this. Halla, Jan. Anyway, congratulations on reaching episode number 100. I'm very proud to be a part of the Nordic GTD trainer community, and I have listened to each and every one of your episodes. And Actually, I found a quote from Morten, which I find to be very suitable for the occasion. It goes like this: "Woohoo!" Also, I've had the honor of being just a tiny bit mentioned in one of the episodes where you guys were talking about a tire thread depth gauge, and if anyone is wondering what that looks like, it's one of these. So if anyone's curious to know when and how they were talking about that, you gotta search in the archives. So again, best of luck. Congratulations on 100 episodes. I'm looking forward to the next 100. Bye.
Bye, René, and thank you for that.
Wow, that was a nice one. Yeah, and actually, I never knew what they looked like. So thanks for showing us that as well.
Yeah, René is a GTD fan, and he is, as he said, a trainer. He's in-house trainer, and I'm hesitant to tell where he works because it's could be a little tickly, but a big organization in Norway that he's an in-house trainer. So, and he's doing very well. So thank you, René, for your greeting and for your support and for listening to the episodes. Thank you. Let's go to the next one. That would be, we will go to Steve in San Diego in the US.
Hello, Morten and Lars. This is Steve from San Diego, California. Congratulations on episode 100. Well done. Thank you so much for the podcast. Your podcast is one of my favorites to listen to. As a certified GTD trainer for my employer, I reference your podcast as an excellent resource for the GTD'ers that I train, especially the 5 first podcasts that you did on capture, clarify, organize, reflect, and engage. Keep up the great work. Look forward to episode 200 in the not too distant future. Again, cheers and congratulations.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Steve.
Thanks so much, Steve.
Yeah, and I'm looking outside now, and it's
me too.
and he's for those of you who are not on video, that there was a pool behind him. He's in a something that looks like somewhat like a Hawaiian shirt, and it looks like it's San Diego is warm and nice. Let me show you how it looks outside here now. So this is the live view of yes, I'm in Norway where I live, and it's snow. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for the kind words, and thanks for referring people to the podcast. So happy that we can help with those, and it really was the purpose of these first episodes to really, give people a reference point. I know that other trainers and coaches actually use this as well, just to get people started. It's a great way to dive a bit deeper if you attended a speech and learned just the basics of GTD, just 30 minutes about each of the different steps. So even though it was quite a while, I have not listened to them since. So I don't know if we might put a different spin on it if we were to make new episodes. But so happy that the first episodes are helpful.
Yes, indeed. Let me now look and see if I can find the next one. I think that we will now pause and we will go for audio listener greetings, and then we will end with a video after. So audio listener greetings coming up.
Dzień dobry, Morten and Lars. This is Mariusz. Congratulations on reaching 100 episodes. Please keep them coming. I capture a lot of notes from your conversations, and I'm grateful you helped me stay engaged with GTD. Listening to you guys is always a treat. Greetings from Poland.
Well, dzień dobry. I actually traveled in my youth in Poland quite a lot. So this greeting I know. So, well, thank you, Mariusz.
Cool. Thanks, Mariusz.
Yeah. And am I totally mistaken, but he's also a regular on the summer camp?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I think so. Well, if I'm mistaken, because the name rings a bell, and I have a face to the name. If I'm mistaken, then I'm sorry, but yeah. Okay, let's roll the next one. I think this is from Denmark.
Привет, Morten and Lars. I'm Thomas from
And I just want to pause for just 1 second, because I played through this before. Some people are more hung up on details than others. Thomas is one of them. Let's hear what he has to say.
Denmark, and I just want to congratulate you on your episode number 100 of the podcast. I only have one question for you guys. What happened around episode 36 and 37? I'm really curious, because from episode number 1 to 36, Morten, you consistently introduced Lars as your friend and colleague. But from episode 37, Lars was not just your friend and colleague, but your good friend and colleague. And I imagine that since episode 37 was released in January 2021, you perhaps celebrated New Year's Eve together and became good friends. But then again, Morten, in episode 38, you were back to just introducing Lars as your friend and not your good friend. So, Morten, you were a bit back and forth on that one until episode 52, I noticed, because from episode 52 and to number probably 100, you've consistently been good friends, at least in your perspective, Morten. So just wanted to make that note, and just wanted to congratulate you on your episode number 100 and congratulate you on your good friendship. Cheers, guys.
I've been wondering about that, Morten, as well. Thanks, Thomas, for bringing it up. Explain yourself.
No, it has not been any consistently. You know, this is just whatever comes out of my mouth. So, but I should maybe try and do something like my super good friend and my very best friend and my just step it up a bit. No, but Lars and I have known each other for many years, and we always
good friends on and off.
No, not really. Good friends all time, at least by my book. Whatever comes out of my mouth might not say exactly what my heart desires and feels, Lars. So, but you are my good friend. So,
and colleague,
and colleague.
No, thank you so much, Thomas. That was an awesome message. That one I had to listen to before, and Thomas is a long time GTD'er. Worked with him from a coaching perspective as well. One of the smartest GTD'ers in Denmark. Really picked up the methodology and made a really, really cool GTD system. So fun to hear from him, and that was a good catch. Very, keen eye. Smart people that listen from Denmark.
Bit of OCD, but yes.
No, we're just that smart.
Okay.
Hi Lars, hi Morten. Groetjes uit Nederland. Greetings from the Netherlands. Episode 100. Woohoo! Congratulations, guys. Well done indeed. Hey, since we last saw each other at the summer camp, I recently turned 40. And according to what I read on the internet, which we all know is always true, it is about that time for an early midlife crisis. I already find myself looking for a younger task manager. And instead of a motorcycle, I have been looking at those new shiny MacBooks. But all jokes aside, turning 40 is an excellent time to take a step back and review and reflect on life. In GTD, this of course translates to reviewing the higher horizons. And your episodes on long-term planning and those on the higher horizons and natural planning model are particularly helpful for this. I really appreciate it. And I also appreciate all the work that you do for the GTD community. So again, guys, congratulations. Keep up the good work. And here's to the next 100 episodes. Cheers, guys.
Well, thank you. I think we can give his first name out. I don't think Joost said his name, but this was Joost from Netherlands. Thank you, Joost.
Absolutely.
He is a regular on the GTD summer camp, so and a very nice guy.
Yeah, he's the greatest. So many good reflections. Has shared his experiences at the summer camp as well, and just really thoughtful and great GTD'er. So thanks so much, Joost. Good reflections on on turning 40, and glad that there are some episodes to pick from to help.
And our last listener greeting is from Ivan in New York.
Hi, Morten and Lars. I just want to congratulate you guys on your 100th anniversary of the podcast. This is Ivan Weiss from New York, frequently sending in questions, and you guys are always so awesome to take the time out to answer them. I really do appreciate it, and I really do enjoy every single podcast that you guys record. Keep up the great work, and here's to looking forward to hitting 1,000. Take care.
Okay, I thank you, Ivan. I know everything is big in the US, so it has to be 1,000 is the next. I don't know.
Yeah, that'll be our joint retirement episode. I think that's that's the one we'll do then.
Okay, so it took us how many years? 2019 to 2023.
Four years.
4 years for 100. Yeah. So it's 40 years for 100.
Exactly.
So 40 years more. I'm not sure I will be around.
We'll have to speed up the episode.
Yeah, I probably have do 3 a week or something. Yes. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, and thank you, Ivan, as well. For me, it's one thing that I noticed now as we listened. So we, like Ivan said, he sent in a number of questions, and thanks again for those. I think it's also sort of leveling the playing field because everyone knows our voices. They might mix our faces and voices. We've heard that a couple of times, but at least they know the voices. We don't know the voices of most people writing in. So thanks, Ivan. Now we at least now I know the voice as well.
Yes, indeed. We have one more video.
Lars and Morten, Privet, or as we like to say here in North Carolina, hey y'all. I just want to say thank you for the great help that you've been to me this current year as I've begun to learn and to implement GTD. And I could catalog a long list of insights and practical tips that you guys have provided that have all been very helpful. But I think the bigger picture is that you're learning something like this and you want to have a companion for the journey. That's what you guys have been for me. And more than just a companion, also a guide who has been down this road and can lead me to the destination where I want to arrive. So thanks for your companionship on my GTD journey, and best wishes to you for the next 100 episodes. Take care.
Well, thank you so much, Stuart. And he's also been a regular asking questions, and he's also very engaged elsewhere in GTD. And I'm humbled that we can be that guide that for you who are listening, and I hope that is how you perceive us, and that we give you value, and that we get up every morning thinking that what we do is helping the world to become a little bit better for the individuals who learn getting things done, and for the organizations that learns getting things done. So thank you for that feedback. It humbles me and it warms my heart, and it makes me motivated to continue doing this.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, and thank you to everyone, and especially I like that companion. I like that word, because that is really I think really well suited to describe what we try to do. Obviously, we're sharing the knowledge that we have around GTD, and hopefully that helps. But it's in a format where it's us talking GTD. So if you were, that's just how we decided to do it. I don't know if we ever really discussed how we would do it. It's just that's how our conversations go. So that companionship, I think that's a great way to see it. And that is, we're all friends. We're all hanging out. We're all, discussing a topic that is of interest for everyone. So yeah, let's be companions for the next 100 episodes. I like that one.
It's the companion on the path of getting things done is a good analogy, and I like that a lot. So.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you. I think that's the end of our greetings. If you have not some hidden somewhere you haven't told me.
No, I know there will. I know a few more people that intended to send some, so we'll have to save them for another time. So I think we're through, and wrapping up. A quick reminder that we have opened the signups for the GTD summer camp. So it's been scheduled now, June 15 to 16. We'll be in Denmark once again. Woohoo! Morten will be there. I will be there. A lot of great, the GTDers are the nicest people, so there'll be a lot of nice people there. We already had a lot of signups, which was really, really positive. And we see people already from the US. We see people from Brazil as well. So it's we're once again going to...
Germany, I think. And
and Netherlands and Norway, Denmark. We have a lot of people signing up already, so it's a lot of fun. Hope to see you there. GTDsummercamp.com. You'll find more information there. And then also the usual.
It's very affordable. I'm just stop 2 seconds because it's affordable. It's the cost of your admission is the cost what it costs us to or. Lars, it cost Lars. I see Lars's company who's footing the bill here. It is what it costs to rent a place. It's a nice. It's not very fancy, but it is a nice conference hotel by a beautiful view, by a beach. And the weather is, I can't guarantee for the weather, but last times it's been really good.
Go there. Don't go there.
No, but it has been very good.
This year we were lucky, let's say that.
Yeah.
We went swimming and everything.
Yeah, and then it is, And it's the people who participate and present do it without getting paid. We are there because we love the community and want to hang out with you guys and help people learn GTD. And if you want to up your GTD game, or if you're new to GTD, this is a very good way of learning and hanging out with others who are on the same path as you are. So continue.
Yeah, and 2 more hours of summer
friend Lars, my super friend Lars. Can you continue?
Yes, my excellent friend Morten. We can, but 2 more hours this year. So in previous years we've ended Sunday after lunch, but we have a few more hours this year or next year. So we also don't have to start too early, which means that there will be perhaps more fun in the evening as well. So a lot of opportunities are opening up. So be sure to be there next year. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I can say VitalLearning.eu. That is where you will want to go, because that is where you will find all of the different offerings that we have. And like Morten said, business is slow. So if you want to drop by, if you ever thought of attending a GTD seminar or speech or coaching or crucial conversations or any of the other methodologies that we teach, VitalLearning.eu is the place to go to learn more, find the different country websites, have a look around. You'll find everything over there. If you're outside the Nordics plus, then head on over to cruciallearning.com to find your local partners.
Indeed. And until next time, everybody, please stay safe and stay productive. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.